Now, WXBT Delta weather.
Well, you never would have believed it was the first day of February if you stepped out the door this afternoon as temperatures skied into the 60s and lower 70s, more like April and May weather for the Delta. You can see we started off with a good bit of cloud cover, but on the satellite you can see those clouds breaking apart across the region, especially as we moved into the afternoon hours. And most of us got to see that sun as we went through the 3-4 o'clock hours. And now as we head into the evening, we're going to remain on the partly cloudy sky, but we have our first advisory already issued for tomorrow's storms that we have to pay attention to, as a wind advisory has been issued for Coahoma, Quitman, and Tallahatchie County beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m. and lasting through 6 p.m. as they're expecting the winds to be sustained between 20 to 30 with some gusts getting near 40, 50, and maybe even up to 70 miles an hour during the afternoon as that strong cold front begins to push through the region. So you definitely will begin to notice the winds and then the storms as they head towards our area tomorrow afternoon. As I mentioned, very warm, 66 degrees right now in Greenville, 70 in Greenwood. The dew points are also coming up now into the upper 50s and lower 60s, so there's plenty of moisture already in the air. So all we need that front to do is get close and it will fire up those storms. Winds, though, still right now out of the northeast on the light side, but we will see those turn out of the southwest as we go throughout the day tomorrow. You can see we're relatively quiet right now, but out to the west over the Rocky Mountains, plenty of snow is falling back through the Denver region and across the mountains as well. And then we begin to see a little bit of rain beginning to form, but it is still relatively dry out there. But once that front begins to get closer to us, we'll start to see those storms fire up in the very warm, moist air that we got. So here's what we're going through tonight and into tomorrow. We have that southerly flow that will start to take over, bringing the warm air, and that's why it's not going to really cool off all that much this evening. But then as that front gets closer, a south-southwesterly flow kicks over. And with those winds coming together at a cross-section like that, it's a very similar setup to what we saw just a couple days before Christmas when we had all those tornadoes outbreaks, especially in North Mississippi and then over into Alabama as well. Very same setup in the atmosphere with that system. So we're looking at the possibility for strong thunderstorms and even a few tornado outbreaks across our region. So we're definitely going to have to pay attention to that. So timing this out a little better, it's going to be between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for the Delta. What we're looking at is a very moderate chance for, once again, EF2 or stronger tornadoes, which could track on the ground for a long stretch at a time. 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. But with this system moving relatively fast, we're not going to see a whole lot of rain with it. The rain is going to come, be heavy at times, and then quickly move out of our area. So flash flooding won't be a big concern. It's going to be more the winds and the threat for tornadoes, as we're only thinking maybe 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain all said and done if you do get some of those heavier storms to sit over your area for a while. But it doesn't look like rain is going to be the big issue. It's going to be the winds and the possibility for tornadoes. Tonight, temperatures, as I mentioned, staying very mild as we'll only drop into the lower 60s. These are actually 10 degrees above average for our normal high for this time of year. Then as we go into the afternoon tomorrow, temperatures will get into the lower 70s. So there's going to be plenty of heating and forcing in the atmosphere for those strong thunderstorms and even the possibility for the tornadoes as we move through. But then as we head into Wednesday, behind the front, we cool down only to the lower 50s. But the good news is the sunshine returns, dropping all the way to the 40s by Thursday. But then we get the 50s making their way back in across the Delta as we head towards the weekend, and even getting to the upper 50s by Sunday and into next Monday. The good news is, after tomorrow's storms, lots of sunshine and dry weather over the next 6 days.
So we're not going to maintain whatever it is we've got going on today.
Yeah, today was the final bit of it. We'll still maybe get a little bit of the warmth tomorrow, but the big story continues to be this very potential severe weather threat that'll be making its way through during the afternoon hours.
All right, and of course, guys, stay tuned right here to WXVT. The Weather Center will have us all covered.
Yeah,
all right,
we will.
Thank you, Eric.